G'day legends.
You utter nutbag.
And welcome to the beginning of the end of my video. Now today's video didn't go to plan at all. The original plan was to get to the airport for 6 AM for the first departure, Jetstar to the Gold Coast, which I still did, and stay there in a marathon session right up until the final departure at 10:40 EK 441 to Dubai. Now yesterday I started to have second thoughts and doubt the mission based on filming permissions, and I thought I would leave that challenge for another day. And so anyway, I still went down to the airport. We managed to do some plane spotting and turn the video into something. Whatever. It's still not as silly as that time I thought every single German town I had visited was called Willkommen. All your support is appreciated and it helps the channel grow more. Alright rat bags, this is the part of the show where I let you know that this video is literally about nothing. Now before I eat my routine acai bowl, topped with well-being and holistic goodness, and before we head out of the terminal to do a lap of the perimeter to go plane spotting, let me talk you through today's international departure lineup. We have Jetstar JQ125 to Denpasar, Qantas QF175 to Auckland, Singapore Airlines SQ278 to Singapore, Malaysian Airlines MH138 to Kuala Lumpur, Air New Zealand NZ192 to Auckland, Cathay Pacific CX174 to Hong Kong, and a second Singapore Airlines SQ276 departure to Singapore, Jetstar JQ127 to Denpasar, Qatar Airways QR915 to Doha, cancelled, Emirates EK441 to Dubai, departing at 10:40 PM. Alright, we're nearly here at my favourite spot. So we've just arrived at hands down the best spot for plane spotting at Adelaide. It's on the half pipe at West Beach, and this spot though is really only good if aircraft are landing on runway 05, so coming in over West Beach, over Glenelg, and landing here. That way they're closer, they're slower, lower altitude. Unfortunately, it's the complete opposite today, so this spot, not quite good. can see the end of this road is all blocked off now, and it's been like that for a while. Some time ago, maybe last time I was here was 2 or 3 years, you used to be able to come in over there, and there used to be like a car park for a freight company, and you could park right up on the boundary fence and get a really good view. Unfortunately, that's all gone now, and this is the closest we'll get for this spot. Alright legends, you're joining me for a very serious aviation news update. Hold on, let's pause there. We have Malaysia Airlines pushing back. That'll be a good one. Qatari has now been parked up for 2 weeks-ish. That'd be costing them a lot of money. I imagine the crew is still here. Unless, ironically, they flew back on EK441. So over my shoulder you can see we've got a domestic lineup, Jetstar, Virgin, 737 pushing back. We've got an Alliance Embraer, Malaysian currently pushing back, Air New Zealand's just arrived. We've got a small Beechcraft, Cathay Pacific, A350, another Virgin 737. I'm assuming 800 but with Simtar wingtips, or it's a Max, not too sure about that one. So as you can see, Malaysia now has taxied to the runway. Hold on to your hats, old boy, this one's going to be a big one. So at least 2 weeks on now from the beginning of airspace closures around the world, and we are still seeing impact here in South Australia. We have the Qatari flight all the way on the other side of the airport in the long-term parking. It's an aircraft that's not operating. It's an aircraft that Qatar are having to pay to park. They're having to pay the crew. All those sorts of things. What an actual blast from the past. Alrighty, so we're here parked up at pretty much is our last spot to spot. This one's a very unique one. I haven't seen this anywhere else. Clearly, as you can see, I'm in a residential area. And then just here begin our landing lights. So there they are, just on the street corner. And then you walk over here, runway lights. Forget what the name of the runway lights are, where you've got the 4 reds, 4 whites, and the pilot wants 2 whites, 2 reds to know that they're at a good altitude. Poppy lights or something? But this is pretty much the last spot that I'm showing you today. The landing lights. It would be cool if there were some more, and it would be cool if you could just go in amongst them. Like, have a look at this house here. It's just isolated in the middle of runway lights, which would be awesome. Morning. Good afternoon. Puppy lights, I think puppy, P-A-P-I. So there we go, there's all the runway lights that extend, well, I guess technically they don't extend beyond the Adelaide Airport limited perimeter, because this would be private property, but essentially what you would expect to be the typical boundary, they extend. Still pretty cool though. If you even look closely, there's one. Either on the house, on the boundary of the house, next to the house, in between the house, adjacent to the house, parallel to the house. All right, here we go, Jetstar A321 from Perth coming in. Alrighty, one last thing to do to check off our to-do list before we can call it a day. Let's go.
Whenever I get gloomy with the state of the world, I think about the arrivals gate at Heathrow Airport. General opinion's starting to make out that we live in a world of hatred and greed. But I don't see that. Seems to me that love is everywhere. Often it's not particularly dignified or newsworthy, but it's always there. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, old friends. When the planes hit the Twin Towers, as far as I know, none of the phone calls from the people on board were messages of hate or revenge. They were all messages of love. If you look for it, I've got a sneaky feeling you'll find that love actually is all around.